Assalamualaikum. Yes. Okay. Hello students. Good afternoon. I'm Shuklade from the Carnation School and College, English version morning. How are you doing? I hope you are doing fine by the grace of the Almighty Allah, right? Okay. So today I'm going to take your English second paper once again, and my class is on transformation. How do you feel? Feel about transformation? You know, any grammar topic, whenever you will do that class to your teacher, at some point you will find it very boring. But one thing you must know, if you get bored, if you don't have patience, ধৈর্য না থাকলে তো শেখা যাবে না, তাই না? আমাদের, if we want to develop our English language skill, then we have to go through the grammar topics, right? Good afternoon. Yes. So please share this page, and I'm doing this online class from our favorite Kishore Batayon Facebook page, and I'm requesting you to share it with your friends so that they can also join, right? They can also join, they can take part. Hi, yes, okay, many of you are joining. That's wonderful. Ma'am, I'm from Narayanganj. Wonderful, Marjia from me. Welcome to my class, class 9. Yes. Walaikum assalam. Okay, I'm from Rajshahi. Khushi. Okay. Paul Kumar the Miss. I'm from Dhaka. Wonderful. So please join. Okay. And yes, stay home. One has written. So I was talking about, today my class is on transformation, and I was talking about getting bored. Whenever we actually do grammar class, to some extent we find it, the teacher always explains, and transformation, it's a huge thing. There are so many rules. Sometimes I also don't get the track sometimes. It's a huge, vast thing. Okay, so if you want to develop your language skill, you have to do the class of your teacher. You have to listen to your teacher. Okay, I am from Jaipur Hat. I am from that. Wonderful. Many of you are joining, so I'm very much happy to get you here in my class. Now, those who always find excuse not to learn, not to take part in any class or anything like related to grammar, for them I have a quote of the day. Okay, what is it? Let's see. Quote of the day. উক্তি, কোনো জ্ঞানী ব্যক্তির উক্তি, তাই না? চলো তো দেখি আমরা কিন্তু সেই উক্তিগুলো থেকে অনেক কিছু শিখতে পারি। আজকে আমি তোমাদের জন্য একটা তৈরি করেছি। If it is important to you, listen to me very carefully. If it is important to you, you will find a way. If not, you will find an excuse. What does it mean? If it is important to anything, any topic that is important to you, you will find a way to learn it. You will have patience. তোমার ধৈর্য আসবে, সব আসবে, if you think that topic is important. And if not, if that topic is not important to you, তুমি যদি মনে transformation is not important to me, then you will find an excuse. What is excuse? ছুতো, মানে এড়িয়ে যাওয়ার কৌশল, তাই না? না, আমরা কোনো excuse দিব না. We are gonna do the class. Yes, thank you very much. Now, okay, now let me start my class. So today my class is on actually transformation, compound to simple. In my previous classes, I have discussed two types of sentences. One is complex, then simple. Then I discussed clauses, different clauses. Then I went through the rules. I discussed the rules, how to change complex sentence into simple. Okay, so today I'm gonna explain the rules of changing compound to simple. Okay, so at first, what is a compound sentence? Let's see. What is a compound sentence? Compound sentence is a sentence that has at least two independent clauses. Can you remember independent clause, dependent? Can you remember independent clause that can give you a full meaning without taking any help of other clauses? It's an independent clause. স্বাধীন, সে নিজেই অর্থপূর্ণ মানে দিতে পারে কোনো কিছু সহায়তা ছাড়া। ওকে, তার মধ্যে থাকবে একটা সাবজেক্ট, ভার্ব অ্যান্ড object. So two, and in the compound sentence we will get two independent clauses joined by a comma or semicolon or conjunction. So example, the girl was sick but she attended the exams. The girl was sick but she attended the exam. Okay, here the girl was sick. This is an independent clause. Then conjunction but is here, and another independent clause. She attended the exam. The girl was sick. There is a subject, verb and extension, and it can give it gives us a full meaning. মেয়েটি অসুস্থ, বাটের পর she attended the exam. সে পরীক্ষায় উপস্থিত ছিল। Okay, attended the exam. So this is also an independent. Two independent clauses are joined by but. So it is a compound sentence. Okay, now next one. Though I defined what is a simple sentence, still once again let's go through the definition. Let's go through. আবার সংজ্ঞাটা আমরা পড়ি, ঠিক আছে? A sentence consisting of, what is consisting? গঠিত, consisting of only one clause. একটা clause থাকবে শুধু, with the, and in that clause থাকবে একটা single subject and predicate is called a simple sentence. A sentence consisting of only one clause with a single subject and predicate is called simple sentence. Example, the man closed his shop. This is a clause, full clause, and there is a single subject and predicate. Predicate starts from the verb, closed his shop. Verb থেকে predicate শুরু হয়, তোমরা তো জানো। এই দুটো মিলে কি একটি হচ্ছে এখানে ক্লজ, একটি ক্লজ, এটাকে ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট বলতে পারো, একটি ক্লজ, এবং এটাই হচ্ছে আমাদের সিম্পল সেন্টেন্স। সো লেটস মুভ অন টু, and you know girls, I'm sorry, you know students, I always tell you to keep a copy in front of you and keep it open. When you do my class, please, you have to write few things. That's why you have to keep it open, and whatever grammar book you have to you can open it. Okay, now you have to copy this. You can also copy it later because this class you will get it recorded, no problem. তোমরা পরেও এটা পজ দিয়ে দেখতে পারবে, বাট এখন তুলে নিলে তোমরা আমার সঙ্গে ক্লাসটা করতে পারবে, এটা তোমাদের সুবিধা হবে। এখন যদি তুলে নাও, আমি একটু পড়ছি তোমাদের সঙ্গে সঙ্গে। The man, এখানে প্রশ্নটা আগে পড়ি, transform the compound sentences into simple. Number one, the man closed the door and stepped back. The man closed the door and stepped back. I know you are very quick in handwriting, so you can copy it. Number two, the boy was poor and stole a bread. The boy was poor and stole a bread. Number three, she was angry and could not forgive him. She was angry and could not forgive him. Okay. Now, next one. Next slide. Sorry. Okay. Number 4. The water was too cold and I could not take a bath. The water was too cold and I could not take a bath. Please copy them. Number 5. The rain has stopped and we can start the journey. The rain has stopped and we can start the journey. Number 6. Walk for 30 minutes every day or you will not be able to control your diabetes. Walk for 30 minutes every day or you will not be able to control your diabetes. Okay? Let's move on to next slide. Oh, okay. Number 7. Say your prayers and you can get mental peace. Say your prayers and you can get mental peace. Number 8. He was mentally strong but he could not help crying. He was mentally strong but he could not help crying. Number 9. I begged for mercy. I begged for mercy but I didn't get it. I begged for mercy but I didn't get it. Number 10. It was night and we went to sleep. It was night and we went to sleep. So, okay. Sometimes some students ask me কোন ক্লাসে পড়া আমরা কিন্তু ক্লাসটা প্রথমেই ঘোষণা করে শুরু করে দিই এখন তো পিছনে গিয়ে আবার বলা এটা ক্লাস 9 ওকে 9 এর ট্রান্সফরমেশন ক্লাস হচ্ছে ওকে Sometimes I okay say girls I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. Okay. Students, I should say students. Okay. Now, what am I gonna do now? আমি এখন যেটা করব তোমাদেরকে আমি একটি করে কম্পাউন্ড সেন্টেন্স সিম্পল করে দেখানোর যে রুলস রয়েছে সেই রুলসগুলো ব্যাখ্যা করব রুলস মানেই হচ্ছে একটা করে স্ট্রাকচার আমি স্ট্রাকচারগুলো তোমাদেরকে দেখাবো বুঝিয়ে দিব এবং তোমাদের কাছে উত্তর চাইব I will ask for the answer from you. I want to see whether by going through the structure whether you can answer it or not. And I will wait for the answer. So let's start. My first sentence, let me So that's the end of it. Now my first compound sentence was the man closed the door and stepped back. Stepped back. That was our first compound sentence. First question. Now, when you will get a compound sentence where in which the two clauses are joined by and, how to change it into a simple sentence. So, what is the structure? This is the structure. Listen to me very carefully. Hope you can listen. You can listen and you can see properly. Structure. The main verb of the first clause. The man closed the door. Our main verb is closed. Okay. The main verb of the first clause. So, the man closed the door is the first clause and closed is the main verb. That verb will take ing form. That verb will take ing form. Plus the words after the verb. The words or word you had the verb closed সেটা তোমাকে ইউজ করতে হবে হ্যাঁ plus comma in place of and in place of and এর জায়গায় কমা ব্যবহার করতে হবে plus subject of the first clause in place subject of the first clause. Okay, I'm sorry, just a moment. Okay, the subject of the first clause in place of the subject of the second clause. The subject of the first clause, we haven't started with it. আমরা ওটা দিয়ে শুরু করিনি কিন্তু we will start with the verb, main verb, and that verb will take ing form. আমরা ওটা দিয়ে শুরু করে তারপরে কিন্তু subject first clause এর subject আমাদের ব্যবহার করতে হবে because the subject are saying okay, the man closed the door and stepped back. The person who stepped back is the same person. So সেজন্য আমরা the man টাকে পরে ব্যবহার করব and then first clause in the place of subject and then the second clause, and whatever there is in the second clause you have to use it. Okay, so let's see how many of you can write the answer. Can you write the answer, my dear? Can you write? Yes, wonderful. Many of you have written the right answer. Marcia Mishori, thank you very much. Congratulations, my dear. Closing the door, the man stepped back. Labiba likheche, Labiba, closing the door, the man stepped back. Congratulations. Closing the many of you. Phoenix, Tratina, something like that. Rokia Parveen, Nusra, thank you very much for writing down the right answer. Thank you. Let's move on to the next one. And this is my answer. I'm sorry, this is my answer. Closing the door, comma, the man stepped back. Please see the answer. Closing the door, comma, the man stepped back. Yes. Thank you. And those have given the right answer. Thank you very much. Now, next compound sentence number 2. The boy was poor and stole a bread. The boy was poor. In the previous sentence, there wasn't any auxiliary verb. The next one, compound sentence 2, there is auxiliary verb. Which one? The boy was poor and stole a bread. So, the rule is a bit different. Rule number 2. Okay, so we have to make it simple, we have to follow rule number 2. Structure. Being is used in place of and, is, are, was, where. If you find any helping verb, auxiliary verb, then in place of that you have to use being. Or, othoba, you have to use having. You have to use having. If you find has, have, had. If you find has, have, had. Plus, comma, in place of and. In place of and, you have to use comma and then the second clause. There is not much change in the second clause. So, can you write the answer? Can you write the answer, girls? Yeah. Labiba has written the right answer. Congratulations, Labiba. You're from Dhaka. Being poor, the boy stole a bread. Where are the other? Yes, Farhad Adib. Farhad Adib has written the answer of the first one. Thank you very much, Farhad Adib. If I am not wrong, it's your name maybe, I don't know. Closing the door, the man stepped back. The spelling, you have to correct the spelling. Okay, so thank you very much. Nargis, being poor, the boy stole a bread. Okay, being poor. Rokia Parvin, Ruku Bilkis, being poor. Okay, Uma, that's wonderful. Many of you could give the right answer, can have given the right answer. So that's my answer. Being poor, the boy stole a bread. This is my answer. Being poor, the boy stole a bread. So, rule number 2. Rule number 2 has neither structure. Rule number 2 has neither structure. So, before that, going to the rule number 2, the Another structure, I want to read out the compound sentence number 3. She was angry and could not forgive him. She was angry and could not forgive him. Compound sentence number 3. She was angry and could not forgive him. So, when you will get a compound sentence where there is helping verb, she was angry, as you can see. But it is almost similar to the previous one. The boy was poor. Onektai kachakachi. But here I will show you another structure of rule number 2. You can also change a compound sentence into simple by following that structure. Which one is? 8. Structure. Look here. We can also make the sentence simple like this. A compound sentence simple like this. Because of. We can start with because of. Because of, then possessive form of the subject. The sentence was, she was angry and could not forgive him. So, we will start with because of. Subject দিয়ে শুরু করব না, যে সাবজেক্ট আছে সেটা না। We will start with because of. Because of, then আমাদের সাবজেক্টে কি ছিল? She ছিল। She is a pronoun. It will take a possessive form. So, she এর possessive form হলো her. She এর possessive form কি? Her. So, possessive form of the subject, then being in place of am, is, or, was, were, or having in place of has, have, had, and plus second clause. So, can you write this answer too? Yes, many. Many of you. Being angry, she could not. Yes, you can also. But I told you to follow another structure of rule number 2. Another structure. You can also write like this. Being poor. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the thing. Okay, Dara. Just a moment. Yes. Because of. I'm requesting you to follow this structure too. Follow this structure too. This is also rule number 2. Another structure. You can also do it like this. Because of her being angry. Because of her being angry, she could not forgive him. Because of. You can write with being দিয়ে, তুমি being দিয়ে লিখতে পারবে, তুমি because of দিয়েও করতে পারবে. Can you see? Because of her. Can you see? Thank you very much. Now, let's move on to sentence number 4. The water was too cold and I could not take a bath. The water was too cold and I could not take a bath. Okay, that was the compound sentence. Now, rule number 3. When you will find a compound sentence where there is verb and the subject is auxiliary verb and there will be the subject is different. Look here, the water was too cold. This one's subject number 4. Yes. Now, compound sentence number 4. Here, look here. The water is a subject and I could not. In the second clause, I is there. So, these two subjects are not same. But it is also a compound sentence with and. Okay, no problem. But the subject are not same. In the previous sentences, you know, we have seen that the subject were same. In the first clause, whatever the subject was, in the same subject was there. But in this compound sentence number 4, the subject are not same. So, how to change such type of compound sentence into simple? Now, the structure is subject will be there. Subject will be there. Being in place of to be verb. And you know what are the to be verbs? What the to be verbs are? What are they? Am, is, are, was, were. Okay, will be, shall be. These are the to be verb. So in place of those to be verb, you have to use being. And if you have to use having. Having in place of has, have, had, plus comma in place. And the second clause. This is the answer is the water. Have you noticed? Subject ei ache. The water being too cold. The water being too cold, comma, in place of an, I could not take a bath. I could not take a bath. I could not take a bath. Okay. Because of, no. The water being very cold, I could not take a bath. Yes, the water being very cold, not too cold. There's one, Ramin. Okay, thank you for giving the answer. I'm happy that many of you are giving answer. That's the main thing. Okay, now our compound sentence number, I think we have finished discussing, I have finished discussing this one. Okay, now students, compound sentence number 5. The rain has stopped and we can start the journey. Compound sentence number 5. The rain has stopped and we can start the journey. In the first clause, there we have has stopped. Present perfect tense. Has is there. So, it's a, under the same rule. This sentence is under the same rule. Following the same rule, rule number 3, you have to change it. So I'm waiting for the answer. And the compound sentence number 5 is, the rain has stopped and we can start the journey. Can you change it? Can you change it following this structure? Can you change it following this structure? Okay, let me show you the answer. Answer is, it is under the same rule. The rain having stopped. Since we have has, so has থাকলে কি করতে হবে? রুলের মধ্যে লেখা ছিল, স্ট্রাকচারে লেখা ছিল, has, have থাকলে আমাদের having করতে হবে. The rain, subject ঠিক আছে. The rain having stopped, we can start the journey. The rain having stopped, we can start the journey. Now, let's move on to compound sentence number 6. Walk for 30 minutes every day. Walk for 30 minutes every day. আমি কিন্তু তোমাদেরকে 10টি compound sentence আগে দিয়ে নিয়েছি, মানে প্রশ্নগুলো আগে দিয়ে নিয়েছি. And I requested you to write them down. I read out. আমি আবার পড়েওছি. So ওটা হাতের সামনে থাকলে তোমাদের খুব ভালো হতো. হ্যাঁ, যেমন ধরো 6 number compound sentence. Walk for 30 minutes every day, or you will not be able to control your diabetes. This is a compound sentence with or. Walk for 30 minutes every day, or you will not be able to control your diabetes. So it's a compound sentence with or. So how to change such compound sentence into simple? Let's read the structure. Structure টা হলো এই or থাকলে কি করতে হবে দেখো. We will start the sentence with without. Structure টা হলো we will start the sentence with without plus ing form with the verb of the first clause. প্রথম ক্লজের যে ভার্বটা থাকবে তার সঙ্গে তোমার ing দিতে হবে। আর তুমি সেন্টেন্স শুরু করছো কি দিয়ে? উইদাউট দিয়ে। Without plus ing form with the verb of the first clause plus next part after the verb. ওইটে that verb, the main verb of the first clause. After that, whatever word or words you have to use it. use it. Then comma in place of or এর জায়গায় comma ব্যবহার করতে হবে. Then the second clause. Okay, so can you give me the answer? Can you the water being too cold? Okay, the rain having stopped, we can start the journey. That was the previous having. Thank you, Tirtho Dash. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Because of her being angry. Okay. Walking 30 minutes every day, otherwise you will not. No. Saisha, Arya, you have to follow the structure I have given. This is the structure, Baba. This is the structure, my dear. Without plus ing form with the verb of the first clause. Next part after the verb, then comma in place of or. Second, eight follow karo. You have to strictly follow the without walking 30 minutes every day. You will not be able to Rezwan Ramin without Rezwan, or how to pronounce. If I have pronounced it wrong, I'm sorry, Baba. Rafsan Ahmed Shuman. Without walking for 30 minutes, you will not be able to. Kothay, Baba? You will not be able to. Thank you. Without walking, Tirthoda, Shokia Parveen, without Shampa Akhtar, Ruku Bilkis. যারা উত্তর দিচ্ছ আমি খুব খুশি হচ্ছি বাবা। আমরা এই জন্যই তো পরিশ্রম করছি, তোমরা যাতে পার্টিসিপেট করো, আমাদের উদ্দেশ্য তোমরা যাতে অংশগ্রহণ করো। হ্যাঁ, এবং আমাদের পড়ানোর সময় ভুলভ্রান্তি থাকতে পারে, সেটা তো বুঝতেই পারছো, আমরা বাড়ি থেকে করছি। সো সেজন্য আমি শিক্ষক হয়েও তোমাদের কাছে ক্ষমা চেয়ে দিচ্ছি বাবা। আমি চেষ্টা করছি তোমাদের সার্ভ করার। ওকে ওকে, ফাহিম সাকিব, থ্যাংক ইউ বাবা ফর অ্যান্সারিং দিস। উইদাউট ওয়াকিং 30 minutes, মিনিট বানানটা একটু ঠিক করবে। ইউ ক্যান নট কন্ট্রোল ইয়োর ওয়াজ ইট। দেখো উইল বি এবল ছিল বাবা, তুমি ক্যানট ব্যবহার করতে পারবে না। ফাহিম সাকিব, ক্যানট ব্যবহার করবে না বাবা, ওখানে কি ছিল? সেকেন্ড ক্লজটা ওরকমই থাকবে। উইল নট বি এবল ছিল, তো তুমি উইল নট বি এবলই তোমার লিখতে হবে। বুঝতে পেরেছো? থ্যাংক ইউ, ডাজন্ট ম্যাটার। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ। You all are writing answers and I am happy. Why? Because you are taking part. You are participating. That's wonderful. Okay, that's wonderful. Now let's move on to the next compound sentence, which is say your prayers and you can get mental peace. Say your prayers and you can get mental peace. Say your prayers. It's a kind of imperative. The first one, compound sentence number 6 was also imperative, na? Verb দিয়ে শুরু হয়েছিল, walk for 30 minutes. এটা দেখো, say your prayers. Same, they're same, but there is a big difference between these two. ওখানে and ছিল সেন্টেন্সটাতে, walk for 30 minutes every day or you will. আর এটা say your prayers and the previous one there was or. In the compound sentence number 7 there is and, but they are all the same, একই কিন্তু, but just a bit different. Why? In the previous one we have started with without because there was or. Okay, but here we are gonna start with by. আমরা by দিয়ে কেন because এই সেন্টেন্সটা compound sentence number 7 এ and আছে, এই জন্য আমরা without দিয়ে না, we will start with by and rest of the things are as they are, যেমন ছিল তেমন, বাকিটা ওই আগেরটার মতোই। by plus main verb of the first clause will take ing, পড়ে দেখো একই রকম, next part after the verb and the second clause will remain as it is. Can you write the answer? Can you? By saying prayers you cannot get, not cano. Anjana Sarkar cannot get কেন হবে? By saying prayers you can get. Cannot না বাবা, can get হবে, নটটা উঠিয়ে দাও। রুদ্রনীল নাকি? By saying prayers you can get. Thank you Rudronil, thank you. Oh, I'm very glad. By saying prayers you will not get mental peace. Thank you Tirtho Dash. Farhad Adib, by saying your prayers you can get thank you Farhad Adib, congratulations, thank you. And now my answer, sorry, my answer, by saying your prayers you can get mental peace. So let's move on to next one, our compound sentence number 8. He was mentally strong but he could not help crying. I'm requesting you to follow my discussion, follow my explanation properly now. This is a bit difficult one. He was mentally strong but he could not help crying. Here in this one, you know, this is a compound sentence. This is a compound sentence with but. This is a compound sentence with but. How to change it into simple? So this is the structure. This is the structure. This structure is a bigger one. So please notice, when you will get a compound sentence that has but in between, that has two clauses, and you know it's a compound one, two clauses are joined by but, how to change it into simple? This is the structure. You have to follow the structure. In spite of, you have to start the sentence with in spite of or despite. In one of my transformation class, I can still remember one girl in a comment box, girl or okay, it was a boy or girl, I can't remember now. She asked me, why can't she use despite of? No, don't use despite. Despite of is wrong actually. You have to write despite, only despite. In spite of is okay, but in case of, but both of them will give you the same meaning. Shotteo, in Bangla shotteo, okay, but despite of হয় না, despite মনে রেখো এটা। In spite of অথবা despite plus possessive form of the pronoun. The pronoun you have in the first clause, that will take a possessive form. Then being in place of am, is, or was, were, or having in place of has, have, had. Jodi, if you find has, have, had, in place of that you have to use having, or am, is, or was, were, you have to use being. And noun form of the adjective. Have you noticed? Notice this place please. Noun form of the adjective. Let me read the sentence. He was mentally strong. Strong is an adjective. Am I right? Strong is an adjective. It will take a noun form. When you will change it into simple, it will take a noun form. Okay, so noun form of the adjective plus the main verb of the first clause will take ing. The main verb of the first clause will take ing plus comma in place of but and the second clause. And the second clause. So, have you noticed it's a huge one? And I would like to give you the answer. This time I'm not gonna ask you to okay, now this is the answer. Okay, look at the answer. In spite of his mental strength, we have started, match it with this structure. In spite of his mental strength, strong has become strength. Strong is the adjective and strength is a noun, abstract noun. Can you remember? Strength. In spite of his, okay, he has become his, has taken possessive form, his mental strength, he could not help crying. In spite of his mental strength, and if you want to do it with despite, despite his mental strength, despite his mental, don't write despite of, Okay. Strength, he could not help crying. Okay. Now, this is the thing. Now, let's move on to next sentence. Next sentence is on the same rule. I begged for mercy. Compound sentence number 9. I begged for mercy, but I didn't get it. I begged for mercy, but this is also a compound sentence with but. How to change it into simple? Look here, this is the answer. In spite of begging for mercy, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Let me get back to the previous one. If you use, এখানে বলেছে যে noun am is or was where, in place of am is or was where you can use being. আমরা কিন্তু এগুলোকে এভাবেও করতে পারি। In spite of his mental strength, এখানে in spite of being mentally strong, আমরা এভাবে being দিয়েও করতে পারি। We can do it using being. Okay. Now, so in spite of begging for mercy, I didn't get it. Now, last one. Okay. Sentence number 10. It was night and we went to sleep. It was night and we went to sleep. Here, have you noticed in this sentence, in this compound sentence, there is an indication of time. There is an indication of time. When you will get it was night, it's the indication of time. When you will get such type of compound sentence where there is an indication of time, how to change it into simple? How? Let's see. Rule number 7. Add in place of the subject and verb. It was night. It was. It was. It is the subject, was is the verb. In place of this, we are going to use at. Do you understand? At. Plus, comma, in place of and the second clause. Ruku Bilkis and some. Okay, মাঝে মাঝে উত্তর দিয়ে দিচ্ছি কারণ আমাদের হাতে সময় কম থাকে তো এইজন্য। Okay. Okay. Add in the place of the subject. Now this is the last one and I want answer from you. I have explained the structure. Add in the place of the subject and verb, then comma in place of and the second clause. So write it. My dear students, write it. At night. Yes, Ramin. Good answer, but to sleep, Baba. Ramin, at night we went to sleep, Habe. At the time of being... No, Marzia, Promi. There is no such thing here. Just notice, read the structure. The structure is still there on the screen. Read the structure. At the night. Don't write at the night. At night. At the night. Need not to write at night. Yes. Ruku Bilkis. At night. Shomir Dash. At night we went to sleep. Rudrunil at the night. Don't write the night. Only night. Rudro. We went to sleep. So wonderful. Many of you have written the answer correctly. So I'm very happy. So, that's wonderful. So, now I can show my answer. At night, we went to sleep. At the night, at night, we went to sleep. So, thank you very much. That's all for today. And in my next class, I will try, if I take transformation class, there are many rules in transformation, many things to deal with. So, I can't actually explain so many rules. I will try to end up my transformation class in my next class. Okay, in the next class I will try to finish up, and I think I have shown you how to go through the rules and structure and how to change one form of sentence into other by following the structure. I hope so, Baba. I tried my level best. Thank you very much, and please take care. And you are at home now, and the situation is very bad outside. You know, community what to say, transmission হয়ে যাচ্ছে. So you have to take care of yourself. The rules, wash your hands time to time, and do some free hand exercise. Please do some free hand exercise to increase your immune system and help your parents in household work. Okay, thank you very much. See you in my next class. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you very much.